Just doing my thing. Hoping y'all doing the big old thing, man. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Gas brake dip down the strip. Where's the bitch, man? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with it, man? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, bro, just out here in the big old truck, switching big old lanes, doing my thing. Hoping y'all doing the big old thing. You know what I'm talking about? They got a gang of these old ass desperate white bitches out here today, man. They say they supposed to be riding, man. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just praying that everything is cool, man. I'm gonna tell you, fight for your rights, man. You know what I'm talking about? They done already gave us the what you call that, the warning, the safety measures. You know what I'm talking about? Just in case it get out of hand, man. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna honk the horn for your gas, brake, dip, and everything else for the cause, man. I just hope y'all, if something do crack off, you know what I'm talking about, I just pray y'all don't get to running up on these people trucks, shaking them and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all don't get to running up on these people truck touching they shit. You know what I'm talking about? I just hope everybody use their common sense today, because I'm going to use mine. You know what I'm talking about? Gas, brake, dip. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this sucker solid Saturday, man? They say sucker solid Saturday. What you talking about? That right there. You know what I'm talking about? How we reversed the game. We single-handedly reversed the game. How we got to the world of Bizarro. How y'all constantly try to put the sucker thoughts in people's head and shit. Just like right now, no matter where you at, if you say some real shit, somebody gonna have some sucker rebuttal. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, if you say some real shit, somebody gonna have some sucker rebuttal. You know what I'm talking about? No matter what conversation it is, a nigga gonna be trying to talk you into trick. A nigga gonna be trying to talk you into being a sucker. A nigga gonna be trying to talk you into snitch. A nigga gonna be trying to talk you up off of the shit that you stand on, your principles. A nigga gonna be trying to tell you that shit is outdated, how you shouldn't be doing something. A nigga is just gonna try to, he gonna give you a sucker rebuttal, man. Sucker solid Saturday. And then in turn, what happened is, we came in with the nerd rebuttal, all that sucker rebuttal and shit. That's why you got motherfuckers right now talking about, you just hear people say a lot of shit, bruh. Like snitching don't even matter no more. If it don't matter no more, why y'all always trying to tell somebody who snitched? And this is the shit I get tired of. Sucker solid Saturday. So in turn, what y'all did is y'all traded in y'all integrity up there on the hills where y'all traded the bitch for them feelings. You know what I'm talking about? I told y'all had a secret meeting with the bitches and the kids, and y'all said we gonna act like y'all for a few years and y'all act like us. Deal. You know what I'm talking about? The bitches hand you y'all they feelings and y'all put them inside y'all chest. Say, I ain't never had one of these. You know what I'm talking about? I always wanted one of these. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what ended up happening, nigga. And so we came out here and now y'all try to appeal to suckers, nigga. I've been telling you from the jump, fuck y'all. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you. Fuck y'all, nigga. I refuse to try to sit here and align myself with a sucker's philosophy. I'm not gossiping about shit. I don't got no opinion about nobody. That shit ain't none of my business. Just like it ain't none of yours. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm a little bit too old for you to try to pull the wool over my eyes. And I'm gonna get up here after all this shit I done did my lifetime to end to go out like Michael Jordan when he played for the Wizards. So now I'm gonna be out here on the last leg of my career, out here gossiping like Sally Fields and Wendy Williams. Man, you don't get the fuck out of here. Nah, man, I'm gonna be the same way I was until I leave this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna wait till I get to the last leg of my motherfucking career. You know what I'm talking about? Then I decide I want to start running my mouth like a bitch. That shit don't make no sense. Sucker solid Saturday. So what end up happening is you niggas got to make y'all we got to making shit trying to appeal to the suckers. Y'all don't even give a fuck about the real niggas no more because in y'all head they a stink. That's why y'all always down in the real niggas. If we want to keep it real. Yeah, that's why y'all always trying to paint a picture playing with the people perception and shit, sucker solid. So now what you do is you try to appease the appetite of the suckers. And that's how we come up here with all the slander, the smut, the instigation, and all that shit right there. Niggas sucker solid. Because you niggas had, y'all try to keep it solid with the suckers. Because you have nominated yourself whatever reporter you said you was, whatever lawyer you said you was, whatever voice of the streets and all that shit, bruh. How you gonna be the voice of the streets when you trying to appease the appetite of the suckers, bruh? That's not the voice of the street. Now, we ain't got the voice of nothing, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? What we really did is replace the man voice with the voice of that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? So everything that comes out our motherfucking throat now is related to slander, gossip, and instigate, and police shit. That's what we done actually did. But when you say it like that, everybody gonna say that ain't me. Because that all that shit I just said right there is looked down upon. Even though you up in this motherfucker gossiping, instigating, and doing police shit. You get what I'm saying? That ain't the voice of shit, nigga. All that shit coming about your throat is the behaviors of that hoe. You know what I'm talking about? Sucker solid Saturday, man. And what end up happening is we done got off cold because you ratings. You know them suckers? That's the ratings right there. All the nosy people and shit. All the nobodies that hang out that want to know what happened because they don't get outside much. All the motherfuckers that want to know what happened because they're not accepted amongst wherever they at in the earth. So we hide in this computer because the computer is the National Enquirer now. And every day somebody seeing Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster and shit. Y'all remember that? Gas brake dip down the strip. Where's the bitch? You know what I'm talking about? Sucker, man, y'all hold on. Nigga, I'm finna, I gotta hold on till I get to another stoplight. Nigga, gas brake to the next light. You know what I'm talking about? Get through here, man. They say the street's supposed to be a really rowdy today, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm out here, it don't look like nothing though, man. It look real soft. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna bullshit to you. It look real soft. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it don't look like nobody feel like wrestling with the police. I don't know. I might be wrong. It might just be a little tad too early. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? It might be a little tad bit too early. You know what I'm talking about? It's looking soft. They getting ready, but it still looks soft. I see shit boarded up and shit, but it's still looking a little bit soft to me, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's still looking a little bit soft to me, man. Y'all, hold on. Let me post my motherfucking. You know what I'm talking about? Gas brake dip down the strip. Where's the bitch, nigga? Live with no jive. I ain't making no noise. Avoiding all decoys. And the big old truck switching big old lanes, doing my thing. Hoping y'all doing the big old thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Sucker solid. Sucker solid Saturday, nigga. Say sucker solid. They say, bro, why you talk so much shit? Because I earned the right. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, because I earned the right. You think I'm talking shit. You know what I'm talking about? Really, it's the harsh reality of what's going on. But you gonna say I'm talking shit because you don't want to accept that as you. That's what you gonna do. So everything I say, you gonna say, I talk so much shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's what you gonna say. Because you don't want to hear a harsh reality. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's the way we fuck with it now. We fuck with it like suckers. You know what I'm talking about? We run around and do all this tough shit, but we want you to come respond to us soft. We run around and do a bunch of sucker shit, but we want the response to be soft. We want you to come talking to us like, man, y'all sound straight out of comic book, bruh. But that's what happened if you want to know what happened. If you want to know why the world changed, like 1986, when crack took over, that's why. Because niggas realized they could get some money for trying to appeal to a sucker. That's how, that's what happened. So we threw the real shit out the window, we threw the solid shit out the window, and we start making snitching cool. We start making gossiping cool. We start making instigating cool. We start making talking about people and being in all in other people's business and shit. We made that cool. That's what happened. So now you realize if you try to do some solid shit, or you can't do that no more. You know what I'm talking about? Because that don't appeal to the people. So now you got to be like everybody else if you want a piece of this American pie. You niggas so straight out of comic book, man. Then you got to do everything else. You want a piece of this American pie, you got to jump right on ship, nigga. So they got you up here like Big Bertha. You know what I'm talking about? Just the gossip. Yeah, they got you running your mouth. So now you talking about everything you seen and saws. You know what I'm talking about? You coming up here, and it's just, it is what it is, bro. We gonna act like it ain't. That it just is what it is. A bunch of speculations and rumors, and we done put ourselves right up in that game and acting like it ain't us. We act like on some real shit. If you just ask the average person, bro, we act like what gets us by is our character and charisma, bro. This is what we actually tell ourselves in our head. It ain't the point that you up here talking about the gang activities that's going on in the world. We act like we got charisma and people like us, but we act like the real reason they ain't here is for the gossip that's spewing out our motherfucking mouth. But this is the lie you'll tell yourself. You'll act like people just like you because you're funny and shit like that. This is what you'll tell yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You'll tell yourself that you got a personality, a character, and that's what got you on. About the gossip. Nigga, something straight out of the comic book, bro. You should be ashamed of your motherfucking self, man. That's all I would tell you. You should be ashamed of your motherfucking self, nigga. Hey, nigga, you should be a motherfucking shame. You should just be ashamed. You know what I'm talking about? Check this out, bruh. You gossiping. You know what I'm talking about? When you come up here talking about what you heard and what's the new word on it, you gossiping, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? So let's just get that clear, folks. Let's stop acting like that ain't what we doing, bruh. Because in order, because that's what we doing, bruh. Then we come up here with a whole bunch of other fuckery fluff trying to explain it. Now you just told the story. You was all in these people's business right here, and then when then we come back and try to explain it, even though we just made a video gossiping and talking about these people and shit, because we declared that this was what the people wanted to see, or this is what the people wanted to know. When you came up here and made yourself the spokesperson, nigga, for the gossip and what the people wanted to know, bruh, right then and there, you put yourself in the gossip seat. You get what I'm saying? So let's stop acting like that ain't what we doing. Let's stop gossiping, then coming back up here trying to explain how it's public record, how it's out there already. Let's stop doing that shit, bruh. Okay, that don't matter, bruh, but the way you just came up in here and laid it out for us, bruh, you was gossiping. So let's just stop doing that, bruh. Let's just call it what it is, folks. And stop trying to rationalize us running our mouth too much. Because as man, bruh, we just run our mouth too much. All right, greeting from Germany. I see you, man. Thank you for coming through this motherfucker like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, thank you for coming through here, nigga, like, you know what I'm talking about? Gas break dip down the strip. Where's the bitch, man? You know what I'm talking about? We just need to, because we always talking about that bitch, man. I think we need to hold ourselves more accountable. Because the more accountable you hold yourself, you're going to stop arguing that conversation, bro. You're going to stop trying to rationalize you being able to run your mouth and spew speculation and rumors and shit. You know what I'm talking about? The moment we stop rationalizing why we doing it, we might just stop doing it. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit, folks. Sucking solid. Saturday it is. But that's what happened, bro. All that happened was you niggas start seeing that you can get some money from this motherfucker. You can make a big splash with all that mess. Then we started trying to cater to suckers. You know what I'm talking about? So we know people don't want to hear no real shit. We know people don't want to hear no woke shit. All that shit boring. You know what I'm talking about? They don't want to hear nothing but mess. Because they don't want to hear nothing but mess, guess what we gonna do? We gonna become messy. Come on, bro. You gonna tell yourself this is what the people want to hear. So on that account right there, bro, what the people want to hear. Now we using that as the rationalization to turn ourselves into the gossiping bitch, bruh. The grandma mouthed motherfucker. Because we just sat here and told ourselves this is what the people want to hear. What people is you talking about though, bruh? Is you talking about the people or the people? You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm going to ask you, man. Because who are we trying to help here? Are we trying to help the people? Or are we trying to help the people? I don't know anymore, man. You know what I'm talking about? I just don't know anymore, guys. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know where we going with this. I don't, man. I don't. I just don't know where we're going with this anymore, guys. You know what I'm talking about? Just like I said, what started out as fun, you know what I'm talking about, has turned into something totally different, man. It is, man. It has turned into the destruction of the people, and it's just a bunch of goofing around and playing as grown folks, bro. That's what it has done, man. And it's a shame to me, bro, that in today and age, it seemed like an older person. You know what I'm talking about? Because the older niggas I grew up with, bro, they still like to fish and shit. You know what I'm talking about? And it would seem like that's what niggas would like to do. It seemed like niggas would be liking this fish, or you know what I'm talking about? But it don't seem like niggas would take to playing on the computer and shit. And it's a shame that we have so many old people. I ain't really addressing the kids because this they generation and this the shit they do. Even though we all just need to stop. But it's a shame how many old people, bruh, that made this playing on the computer a hobby. That's a shame, bruh. I'm gonna tell you, go get you a fishing license, a fishing pole, man. Go on and catch you some, go on out there catfish biting, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Sturgeon biting, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Bass biting, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? That shit out there biting, bruh. The crappie is biting, bruh. Bluegills. You know what I'm talking about? Gas break dip down the strip. Nigga, where's the bitch? You know what I'm talking about? That shit is out there biting, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? It is, man. I think we need to get some other hobbies in our life. You know what I'm talking about? Besides sitting up here being sucker solid, man. They say, bro, what's sucker solid? That all we have switched the world, bro. They played a dirty, dirty trick on your mind. And I'm not gonna say y'all slow. I'm just gonna say you didn't peep it. But they played a dirty, dirty trick on your mind. They have been playing a dirty, dirty trick on our mind for a long time now, guys. You know what I'm talking about? With all this shit. So they played a dirty, dirty trick on your mind. They let somebody get rich in front of your face from gossiping. And that played the trick on your mind. You know what I'm talking about? And you know how we is. Anything you can do, I can do better. Anything I can do better than you. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, I can. Hey, Cuddy Cuz, thank you for coming through this motherfucker, man. Like, gas break strip down, gas break dip down the strip. You know what I'm talking about? Now, they said we supposed to have problems out here. They got police out here, heavy police force. I see a couple shit boarded up, man. They said they supposed to have problems about them out here fighting for their rights today, man. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't know. We'll see, man. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm out here. And you know what I'm talking about? Gas break dip down the strip. You know what I'm talking about? Where's the bitch? You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, they play the dirty, dirty tricks on our minds. They let somebody, they let you see somebody get plump rich for gossiping. You get what I'm saying? So then what happened is, anything you can do, I can do better, man. And you know what I'm talking about? You say, just keep your head on the swivel, bro. Oh, yeah, man, I ain't even worried, man. You know what I'm talking about? I promise you, I'm not. I just advise everybody to use their common sense today because I'm going to use mine. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a gas break dip, everything on the swivel, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm a gas break dip down the strip, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm in my own lane, man. I just hope everybody else stays in there. See, you know what I'm talking about? Gas break dip down the strip. I wish, you know what I'm talking about? Yikes before our strikes. They ain't never see somebody get plump rich in front of your face, man. And then you said anything you can do, I can do better. So they sucker solid. So then we start appealing. We start trying to appeal to the suckers because that's what's gonna bring you the ratings. Because the suckers don't want to hear no real shit. That's why if you're doing some real shit, it's just gonna take you a while, bruh. Don't give up, man. I'm not waiting for this nigga no more, man. See, when you try to wait on a nigga, they just gonna slow you down. You know what I'm talking about? I'm through with that shit. They say you ain't supposed to pass no, man, fuck them people, man. You know what I'm talking about? You use your common sense, I'm gonna use mine, man. Trying to wait on a nigga will slow you down, man. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you just gotta get there and let everybody else catch up, bruh. Some people don't even want to go that far, bro. You know what I'm talking about? That's why you don't be trying to carry people, bro. You let them get there themselves, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Cause some people don't even want to walk that far, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshit with you. You know what I'm talking about? So let them turn around. That's why when you get up there, they be complaining and shit, bro. Cause they was never meant to be up there. You know what I'm talking about? So already. Thank y'all for coming through this motherfucker, man. Everybody, man. You know, bro. Yikes before I strikes, gas break, dip down the strip. Where's the bitch? It look real soft out here today, to keep it real. It looked like the preparation bullshit might have been just a little bit, you know what I'm talking about? It looked like they might have just panicked. You know what I'm talking about? It look real soft out here. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. I don't, but shout out. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think they, or it might just be a tad bit too early. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I don't think they gonna do nothing. You know what I'm talking about? If you just, if I'm just using my, you know what I'm talking about? I don't think they're gonna do nothing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Gas break dip, don't you forget. But yeah, man, they let somebody get rich in front of your face. You seen them get rich. You said anything they could do, you could do better. So then the war of the sucker shit began. The war of the sucker shit began. And the people know what's going on. That's why they let you see your favorite celebrities do that sucker shit in front of your face. That's why they always promoting when 50 Cent trolling Rick Ross. That's why they always, they promote that shit on the news, bruh. Why you think they always trying to put them thoughts in your head, bruh? So it's cool for you to do it. And the next thing you know, bruh, it just became, you just start trying to keep it solid with suckers. That's why I don't give a fuck about no comment section, no motherfucking question. I'm just my own man, bruh. Don't ask me shit, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Just think about that, bruh, because that's all that's happening. Because it ain't like no real niggas. And even now, bruh, they got the real niggas doing the sucker shit. So you got the real niggas up here, bruh. You got niggas on life sentences and shit trying to, man, that shit don't make no sense, bruh. But they letting you watch Suge Knight and all them do that shit. Now we gonna say who had to do with who, murder and all that shit, bruh. That's bad game, folks. But you gonna sit there and watch that shit and you gonna feel like it's all right to do because these niggas done did it, bruh. It's not, bruh. That's why you gotta know who you is. That's what makes you different than them. But they gonna keep on advertising bad game, bruh. So now somebody say something about you. Now all everybody doing is just fighting with each other's faults. So ain't none of us real no more. Ain't nobody solid now. Because we just gonna fight each other with everybody's faults. I told you. You could have just choked out Godzilla, bro. And they gonna bring up the time. They gonna bring up the time you let the short nigga slam you or something, bro. You ain't gonna win no more, bro. If you knew like I knew you a detached, bro, it's damn near time to get to the grid. I ain't bullshitting with you. I peeped the shift, nigga. It's damn near time to get to the grid, nigga. Weird shift, bruh. Sucker solid. And all motherfucking concerned with is keeping it solid with suckers. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I ain't never understood that other shit, bruh. You feel me? You got a motherfucking channel and motherfuckers keep texting you and they telling you what to talk about. Now you trying to appease the sucker's appetite, nigga. These niggas want you to talk about this video and what you think about this and I don't think nothing about that shit, nigga. What you think about that shit, nigga? It shouldn't even matter what I think about that shit, bruh. And y'all let a nigga turn y'all into a gossiper. I ain't bullshitting with you, bruh. Y'all let a nigga turn you into a gossiper, bruh. Niggas in your DM and shit talking about, won't you make a video about this video? And what you think about this? And what you think about that? You know what I'm talking about? I don't think nothing about that shit, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? What your bitch think about it, nigga? I can tell you what I think about your bitch, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Sucker solid. The motherfuckers don't desire nothing but to appease the appetite because once again, bruh, the real niggas ain't gonna give you the real niggas ain't gonna give you the ratings. Solid shit ain't gonna give you the ratings, bruh. Solid shit boring now, bruh. Solid shit to these niggas is outdated now. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they promote all that other shit. That's why they promoting it. Ain't nothing wrong with snitching and they trying to get you to they trying to talk their way out of it and You got gang members vouching for niggas. Yeah, it's just weird, bruh. And they want you to see it like that. Because they want you to see that ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Even though that shit all the way wrong, bruh. How these niggas keep promoting you to tell. They ain't showed you how many people done got their family members hurt. How many people done got hurt themselves. They just don't show you the repercussions of telling no more. They trying to put in your eye a thought in your head that niggas ain't tripping off telling no more. Alright, bruh. Maybe some Hollywood niggas ain't tripping off telling no more, bruh. The niggas they talking about ain't tripping off telling no more. Them ain't the niggas where you at, bruh. The niggas where you at tripping on niggas telling, bruh. Yo, where you at? One of them niggas is already out on bail for assaulting the witness. You get what I'm saying, bruh? It's like I told y'all don't have spider sense no more, bruh. Y'all gauge shit off y'all YouTube feed and don't gauge shit off of where you at in the world, bruh. That's why that shit is damaging. That's why that shit is damaging, bruh. You don't gauge where you at no more. You don't gauge the Section 8 property you live in no more because you inside on your phone all day. And all you looking is niggas telling you to tell and shit. They trying to act like it ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Alright. Alright, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Sucker solid. But that's how we got there, bro. Because they make content now and they trying to appease the sucker. You know what I'm talking about? Everything is about a rate now. It ain't about no more real shit. Because they trying to put in your head that the streets is over with. It ain't no more solid shit. If you even view that shit like that, bro, you never was solid to begin with. I mean, there's always been some underhanded, backhanded shit, but that's just the underworld, bro. But for you to come out here and y'all trying to put a thought in people's head like that, all them codes is gone no more. Motherfuckers say that shit just to use that shit later on in the game, bro. Motherfuckers saying that shit just so when it's their turn to tell us something, we can act like niggas ain't tripping off of it no more. Y'all something straight out of comic book, bro. Y'all let these niggas talk y'all not to be able to look in the mirror. Embarrassed about that shit you running around here doing, bro. Y'all gonna let these niggas talk y'all right into being ashamed to look in the mirror. Questioning that motherfucker. Questioning yourself. Because that you could lie to yourself, man, if you want to, man. Yeah, you can lie to yourself if you want to, man. You know what I'm talking about? Just as a man, nigga, it ain't got nothing to do with no street code or nothing, bro. Just as a man, it ain't never been cool to run your mouth like a hoe. Just as a man, that's just man shit. As a man, it has never been cool to be in other people's business. Man, don't do that, bro. As a man, it has never been cool to sit up here and argue with another nigga back and forth, exposing each other like baby mamas and shit. As a man, it has never been cool. You know what I'm talking about? To play with niggas like we on the three-way. Like how the bitches used to call you on the three-way trying to catch you up. That shit has never been cool. Those are not actions of a man. But they gonna try to talk you into that's just the way the world is. No, it ain't, bro. That's just the way you niggas is. That's the shit y'all trying to make cool. Just like y'all trying to make the Saguni shit cool. Just like you niggas running around here, if you ain't noticed, because they tell you to talk about what's trending. If you ain't noticed, the shit that they let trend, what is it? Mess, instigation, and homosexual shit. So that's all that's gonna ever be trending. Mess, instigation, and homosexual shit. So guess what y'all continuously talking about? Nigga, something straight out of the comic book, bro. And somehow y'all will sit up here in front of the people and rationalize that shit. They really understand y'all slow. I'm not bullshitting with you, y'all. They really understand y'all nerds and y'all just want to see shit. They understand that, bro. I am not bullshitting with you. And that's how we got the sucker solid. Because let these motherfuckers tell it, the solid nigga is outdated. Because it ain't no more of them street codes no more. Like that has anything to do with the code that's inside you. Yeah, it ain't nobody sticking to that shit no more. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Lil Woody ain't a snitch. Lil Woody more of a celebrity than he is a snitch. Alright, then why are we worried about Big Meech telling it? If telling don't matter no more, why are we always trying to tell you who telling? We something straight out of the comic book, bruh. Sucker solid. And that's how we got there, bruh. Because the suckers was gonna get you the ratings. All they try to talk that the solid shit down. They try to talk you the code that you was raised up on. Yeah, that shit don't apply no more. It's the sucker code now. So now you as a gangbanger got to sit up here and appease the suckers. You can't just sit up here and be hard ass gangbanging you no more and just either talk against that shit or just, you know what I'm talking about? No, you got to sit up here as the hard ass gangbanger you and give your opinions on other players' business and shit. So you turned yourself into the Shirley Temple gangbanging man. Nigga, something straight out of the comic book. Hey, Fanboke podcast, what's good with it, man? Thank you for coming through this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Man, they say it's supposed to get rough out here in these streets today, man. You know what I'm talking about? I see the preparation. I don't see the, I don't see nothing out of order yet, man. It's just the regular day. Gas, break, dip down the strip. Where's the bitch? You know what I'm talking about? You say where that them Winnie the Pooh ass nigga who games Goofy. I promise you, man. You know what I'm talking about? I promise you. Sucker solid. And that's how they fooled us, bro. That's how they got us right into the game, bro. They let a nigga get rich with all that bullshit. So somewhere down the road, bro, just look how many niggas that'll tell you that ain't even getting $1,000 off YouTube. Look how many motherfuckers that ain't even getting $1,000 off YouTube come tell you what YouTube want. We something straight out of comic book, bro. We'll just say anything, bro. They got us used to talking now. Go look how many motherfuckers who ain't even getting $1,000 off YouTube make a video come telling you about what YouTube want. Y'all sound straight out of comic book, bro. Nigga, for as long as I've been living, nigga, since a little kid, 4 years old, I just made a habit of stop listening to y'all because I was really listening to what y'all said as a kid. Since I've been little, bro, that's why I've never been liked, because I heard what you really said. It was a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna have 1,000 motherfuckers that ain't even making $1,000 off YouTube come tell you what YouTube want. Like they have an idea. No, bruh. If we keeping it real and we just keeping it a buck, like y'all say, if we just keeping it a buck, 1,000, all that old goofy ass shit, yeah, we just keeping the game clean, bruh, to keep it real, no, you just like have fun playing, because most of us haven't grown up. And even when this computer wasn't here, that's how we actually ran out of people in the real world before the computer came and gave us a new set of peers, is because our ways. And our ways has always been childish. We have always pouted when we didn't get our way. We have always been backstabbers. We have always been talking behind motherfuckers' back. That's how we lost people in the real world. That's how people stopped fucking with us. Because they got tired of the shit that we was. Then the computer came along and gave you a new set of peers. And we right back at it. You know what I'm talking about? Sucker solid. But that's what's wrong with the world, bruh, because y'all refuse to bring the real shit back. Y'all continuously talk the real shit down, and y'all try to talk all the hoe ass shit into being cool. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you try to talk all the hoe ass shit in to being cool. This is what I'm saying. That's how motherfuckers always running around here trying to tell y'all, man, the game, don't nobody even care about snitching. This is what I don't get, the same shit y'all do with the bitch. If don't nobody even care about snitching no more, why the fuck do y'all keep on trying to say who on paperwork? It's the same shit with the bitches. If y'all sitting around here complaining about all bitches do is fuck on these broke niggas, then you turn around and say all the bitches want is money. I'm confused, bruh. So do the bitches just want to fuck with niggas with money, or do they want to fuck on the broke niggas? I'm confused, bruh. I'm confused. Y'all just out here talking. Y'all sound like little ass kids that cry when you don't get your way. And I'm sure that's why the bitch don't like fucking with you. Because behind closed doors, you's a big ass, whiny, nobody ass nigga, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure you don't know how to put your foot down, check the bitch, or nothing like that. I'm sure you always running in behind the bitch crying about something else. I'm sure you out here watching all what's going on and trying to tell a bitch how to be a lady, trying to tell a bitch who to hang with, trying to tell a bitch, because they done told you bitches with tattoos and all this shit, bitches do all this shit and what they wear, they done told you all that shit is what constitute a good bitch. So you just sitting out here looking at the bitch, waiting for her to do the next thing to complain about with your goofy ass. You know what I'm talking about? You said, can I, you gonna have to hold on, man. You said, can you eat your hat, please? I don't know if you said fix. I don't know what you said, man. You know what I'm talking about? But what's good with you, man? You know what I'm talking about? Thank you for coming through, man. Sucker solid. And that's what happened. So it became more important to keep it solid with the suckers. You know what I'm talking about? And you know, only way you can keep it solid with the suckers is by doing sucker shit. Because that's what's solid to suckers. You know what I'm talking about? So, in turn, what you end up doing is they getting in your DMs. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they all on your, they all in your DMs, man. They all in your comments, steadily telling you with video because they want to hear your opinion. You know what I'm talking about? So you start throwing your integrity away, throwing your morals away. You know what I'm talking about? Throwing all the code you was raised on away. You know what I'm talking about? And we start feeding the appetite for the sucker shit. Now they want you to do a video on what you think about Big Meech and them. You know what I'm talking about? But once again, we gonna come up here and we gonna keep on trying to promote. When it's your favorite people, we don't care about snitching no more. Don't nobody worry about snitching, but every day y'all got another real nigga name in the news talking about who telling. So if people don't care about who telling no more, why do y'all keep coming from that angle? If the streets is dead and all that cold shit, why are we steadily talking about the streets then? If all that shit is dead and all that, shouldn't we be talking about something new? If all that shit is dead, the streets is this, and why are most of our content about the streets then? If all that shit is dead. Niggas something straight out of comic book, bro. They'll double talk your ears off, folks. At this point right now, we just saying shit in the conversation like the bitch. Just saying something to say something. So that means Sammy the Bulldog is not a snitch. Y'all trying to say Lil Woody ain't no snitch. This is some wild shit. Thank God I was not raising in this generation. I might have been doing all that. I'm glad I didn't, bruh. Yeah, but the universe know. That's why we was raised in the generation we was raised in. The universe know who built for this shit. Everything is a perception. And somehow, first it started with the music, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Because you remember back in our days, bruh, the music niggas used to want to be like the street niggas. The music niggas emulated the street niggas. It changed with that. When the niggas in the so-called street start wanting to act like these niggas. Niggas started wanting to dress like Migos and shit. Niggas started wanting to be a blood like Lil Wayne and shit. That was one of the first shifts. You feel me? Sucker solid. This shit ain't even no game no more. It's just the image. They go to ambulance. You know what I'm talking about? It might have broke out, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? It might have broke out, y'all. The streets are rough. You feel me? And I'm just sucker solid, man. And on some real shit. Instead of motherfuckers just like looking at themselves in the mirror and be like, bruh, I don't, you know what I'm talking about? We not gonna do that, bruh. We just gonna make a rationalization for the shit that we doing. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't gonna even say we sitting up here, because we be sitting up here talking about the people, and all of them don't be the people, bruh. Most of them be the suckers. Most of them be the nerds. It only be a few other people up in there, bruh. The rest of them motherfuckers is all that messy man mouth shit. You know what I'm talking about? Them be all the Sagoonies and the nerds up in there, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to, hey man, what about this? You know what I'm talking about? What about this? Motherfuckers never got a chance to be outside. Now you can be outside on the computer. Cause you done bent, that's why they say the YouTube streets. You done bent every corner to get in somebody's business. So you done looked up your feed and they done told you all that bullshit. I told you that's how you warp your motherfucking perception. So now your feed becomes your world. You feel me? So now your feed becomes your world. Even though you ain't been outside. You know what I'm talking about? Even though you ain't been outside, you gonna misjudge something like that. Cause you gonna start, your feed gonna start looking like the real world. So you gonna start imitating your feed. And that's where you gonna get fucked off at in the real world. Gas, brake, dip. Yikes before I strike. You ain't never seen nothing like it, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's where you go in and out of conscious at, bruh. Cause you won't get your thumb off the scroll. You know what I'm talking about? You're steadily strolling up, reading what's going on. And all that shit just to discombobulated your motherfucking equilibrium. You don't know what's real and what's fake no more. You know what I'm talking about? Because when you a nobody ass nigga, it makes you feel good talking about what you consider big people. You know what I'm talking about? Sucker solid, nigga. And they got you only concerned with appeasing the appetite of a sucker. They only got you concerned as a gangbanger, as a real nigga. This is what you come up here and this is how you announce yourself. This is how you announce your presence. You know what I'm talking about? And the next thing come out your mouth is instigation and gossip. And we get away with that too much. And you know you gossiping. So the next thing we do is make a video and take the route of the bitch. This is my channel. I post what I want to. Y'all talk about that bitch so much. But you're right here acting like her. Y'all talk about that bitch so much. Y'all talk about that bitch and that accountability. Y'all talk about that bitch and don't want to listen. Y'all talk about that bitch always got a rebuttal, and you sit there and do the same thing, bruh. I've been telling y'all forever, it's not the bitch, bruh. It's just people. But you try to put it on the bitch, just like we all do. That's why when you watching something, you can always identify something to somebody else. You can't never identify that shit in yourself when you doing it though. You can always check somebody else. You always see a loudmouth bitch, or you always see a nigga doing something and y'all don't, but you don't never see yourself when you doing that same shit. You only see everybody else when they be in the police. You don't see when you doing that shit. You only see everybody else when they gossiping. You don't see yourself doing it. Something straight out of comic book. Sucker solid. So now I done put a thought in your head, you can't even make it if you ain't up here with that sucker shit. Cause you keep hearing people repeat that shit. You keep hearing people repeat, oh nigga, they got a dry ass channel. You keep hearing people repeat, oh man, them ain't no subscribers. Hey, you keep hearing people repeat that shit. So now the thought in your mind, that's why you keep running around here talking about controversy sales, even though you haven't made 50 cents off any controversy you've ever had. But you'll keep promoting that shit. 80% of these niggas would be scared knocking niggas down. They talk the gangster shit on the internet, but in real life they soft fruit cocktail. I promise you, bro. That's why we play like that on the internet, because it gave us the liberty. That's why the internet was, I'm telling you, bro, that nobody's made the internet do that. All the scary motherfuckers, bro. All the motherfuckers who never got a chance to be respected in their time. On some real shit. All the motherfuckers who never did nothing, bro. That's why niggas really don't have too much to say about themselves. They always talk about other people because they ain't never really had no highlight moments. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't never been that nigga. The crowd has never called their name, bro. The computer is a cheap, it's a real cheap shot at some attention. That's why these niggas got all these invisible, like all these niggas come up with these monikers. Nigga, I bet you a nigga ain't, nigga, who was on the turf talking about I'm the lawyer of the streets? Who the fuck was on the turf talking about I'm the voice of the streets? Man, y'all get on. I was on the turf. Nigga, the turf gave me the name Black Pacino of the MAC, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I was that in the real life, bruh. I was the baby cuz in the real life, bruh. I was the stalker in real life, bruh. That ain't no username, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't come up here to give myself an invisible moniker or something, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? The voice of the streets, the street lawyers, nigga. I am the heartbeat of all that old fake ass shit, nigga. I am the Black Pacino of the MAC, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? That ain't some shit I created, nigga. That's the shit they created for me. But I told you, we living in the day now, niggas name theyself. You can give yourself your own name. Nigga, something straight out of comic book, bro. I'm the voice of the street, and I'm gossiping. Y'all niggas something straight out the voice of that bitch. That's what you niggas is, the voice of the police, nigga. The voice of the dry snitcher, bruh. The voice of what's wrong with the fucking society is what the fuck y'all is. You know what I'm talking about? But we gonna act like it's something else, bruh. But the whole time, you trying to keep it solid with suckers. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. And that's all niggas desire, because if you do anything else, you ain't gonna get no money. And them niggas gonna tell you, man, the only what's the use to being on YouTube if you ain't gonna get no money? Before the computer came, you was just running around, you ain't had no money. What was the use of just running around not getting no money? Niggas something straight out of comic book, bruh. They'll say anything, bruh. What's the use to being on YouTube if you ain't getting no money? Before this computer came along, why was you just outside without getting no money? Now all of a sudden, man, you niggas something straight out of comic book, bruh. Y'all get on my nerves, bruh. I ain't bullshit. Y'all get on my nerves, bruh. I caught all that shit, bro. You can't get me with that shit, bro. Why you didn't have no money before? Why you ain't never touched no money before this computer came about? What was the use to being outside if you wouldn't get no money? You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, man, because they gonna try to tell you something else. Niggas try to keep it solid with these suckers, and that's what the fuck happened. So now you ain't gonna get no real content because no solid shit ain't gonna give you no views, and don't nobody want to hear that shit. These niggas chasing ratings. You know what I'm talking about? These niggas chasing ratings. That's why these niggas only respect these niggas. They only respect ratings. That's the other way they fucking your perception up. You know what I'm talking about? Because we gotta keep it cool, and we gotta be friends with the real big niggas that's gonna help us. So we gotta sit here and act like now they'll pick on somebody like Poetic Flacco or something like that. They ain't gonna fuck with DJ Academics, bro. They not gonna fuck with Whack 100. Some people will, but they not gonna fuck with the they gonna get them. They gonna shoot the real problems out, bro. They is, bro. The Adam 22s, the Vlad TVs, man. Please, bro. Please, bro. They gonna keep it kosher with everybody that's bigger than them, because that's what they taught you. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna shout out the real big channels. Everybody that we feel got traction, that's what we gonna try to keep it cool with. Because the real big people with a million following motherfuckers, Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, and all the Mr. Beast looking ass niggas, yeah, we gonna keep it kosher with them. We gonna stay shouting them out. We gonna shit on the little people, because them big people, yeah, they might do something for our brand one day. Man, nigga, something straight out of comic book. And that's how real gets blurred with fake. Because you just kissing ass at anybody that might be able to give you an opportunity. Nigga, something straight out of comic book. That's why we gonna call out everything else. We gonna let Adam 22 and Vlad TV slide. You know what I'm talking about? Aiden Ross and them, we gonna let them slide. We gonna keep on letting them sit in front of the kids with all that sex playing, homosexual ass shit. We gonna let them just sit in front of the kids and do that. Y'all niggas something straight out of comic book, bruh. You know what I'm talking? We gonna let that slide. Niggas something straight out of comic book, man. Gas break dip down the strip. Don't you forget. Where's the bitch? You know what I'm talking about? Where's the bitch? You know what I'm talking about? Niggas something straight out of comic book. Everybody is lawyers, private investigators. If you know so much, why not? Why I don't have no job as a lawyer or investigator? I'll wait. You know what I'm talking about? Because most motherfuckers living vicariously. Gas break dip down the strip. Because motherfuckers is living vicariously through, man, this is people's way to be important. Because in real life, they can't find their way inside of a conversation, so they got to come into the invisible ones. Because all you got to do is come up and get somebody comment section and say something. And a lot of times you're going to get a response because it's just lonely people up there. So there go your something to do right then and there. You know what I'm talking about? You really don't know nothing. That's what I don't get. If we all know this, why we ain't using that shit? This should just be way more rich people. There should be way more lawyers. My partner, nigga, my other partner, but it looked like he arguing with the bitch. So I ain't gonna even hump the horn at him. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna let him go on with his thorough checking. You know what I'm talking about? Real life shit, man. Real life shit, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Notice how the same thing with no jumper, bruh. Just notice how most likely they the police. Just look how many motherfuckers that went to jail surrounding most likely they the police. And look how, since that's the opportunity, nobody ever has a problem with the shit they do. Nobody ever has a problem with the shit they do. I guarantee you if, I'm just gonna leave that alone, bro. But let that been a black person podcast and motherfuckers got indicted on the feds, I'm just sure that it would have been a whole different, it would have been a different outrage than that white man's platform. Something straight out of comic book, bruh. Sucker solid. That's what they turning you into. Because now, in your mind, you gonna tell yourself it don't matter what the fuck you doing as long as you get paid. See, money is the new excuse. You know what I'm talking about? Now you can say you don't give a fuck what nobody else saying because you getting paid. You feed your family, so fuck what everybody else talking about. I agree with you. I do. Fuck what everybody else talking about. Get your money, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I agree with that too, but at the same time, we actually gotta look how we getting our money. Because that's the same shit I said when I was selling crack. And then 30 years later, I realized I killed the whole motherfucking community. Them people just now getting back. 30 years later, nigga destroyed the community for a good 30 years. Y'all remember me saying the same shit. But if I'm just keeping it real, I was the one that was doing this to the people, bruh. I could say I didn't make the drug. I didn't have to sell it either. I didn't have to destroy my people. You know what I'm talking about? But I did just like y'all and rationalized it. I'm gonna get my money. They gonna buy it from somebody. We play too much. You know what I'm talking about? Especially when we don't want to be wrong. Especially when we don't want it to be us. You know what I'm talking about? We play too much. You know what I'm talking about? Especially when we don't want it to be us. So I'm gonna come up here, like I said, and even though I'm instigating, You know what I'm talking about? Even though I'm being messy, even though I'm talking about shit, especially the gang members, bruh. Y'all got that bad. Cause y'all know in gang culture, bruh, they be tripping being in each other gang's business. But we gonna act like us reporting the story now, we ain't in the gang's business. We acting like we just be, you know you ain't supposed to be doing that, bruh. But we done moved the goalpost. Cause now it ain't us being in your business. It's just us giving our opinion, just like everybody else, but everybody else's nerves, bruh, and we know better. But we'll start acting like we civilians now. You know what I'm talking about? We play too much. That's it. We just play too much. I ain't bullshitting with you. Way too much. Sucker solid. So now that's the only thing that count right there, Brett, is keeping it solid with the suckers. Because the suckers is what's gonna come give you your come give you the ratings. And that's who we trying to appeal to now. And we gonna act like the suckers is the people. We gonna act like all the nosy nerds and shit is the people. We gonna act like we sitting at the round table with the real fellas, talking about the people. Something straight out of the comic book, bruh. Just like I said, bruh, ain't nobody nominated you to come tell us nothing. You woke up one day and decided you wanted to be a little kid and you can get away with gossiping and shit. So you woke up one morning and said, I'm just gonna start gossiping and running my mouth like a hoe because I can get away with it in these times. That's what you woke up and said. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all start nominating y'allself the voice for the people and all this shit right here, right? Yeah, y'all doing all that shit like that there. Gas, brake, dip, and don't you forget. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all start doing all that shit like that there. You start nominating yourself the reporter, the street reporter and shit. Then you start lying to yourself and shit, talking about you got to keep it real with the people. And this is how all this bullshit came about. Because in your head, you keeping it real with the people. You ain't even one with the code no more. You owe it to the people. You know what I'm talking about? You might as well start going to jury duty then, nigga. I'm saying, what people are you talking about? That's a... See, that's the question we don't never ask the people. You know what I'm talking about? Motherfuckers up here talking about the people want to know, bro. You gotta realize it's two people. It's the people, and then there's the people. You get what I'm saying, bro? Some of these people ain't talking about the people that we talking about, y'all. Some of these people is talking about the people. You know what I'm talking about? Some of these people is talking about the people. Look like they done bored that up. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, some of these people are talking about the people, Brent. When we talking about I'm trying to let the people know, they be really trying to let the people know. If you get what I'm saying, folks. But sucker solid. You done heard these niggas come out their own mouth and make a video talking about if you want to be a successful podcaster or something like that, that you gonna have to do some police shit. This is the message we spread. No, you don't, bruh. You don't have to do none of that shit. But this is what they'll tell you, bruh. Try to put in your head to make it cool. To make what they doing cool. They told you that if you want to be a successful streamer or podcaster, that you got to come up here and do police shit every now and then. If you want to be a successful one. Yeah, that came out their mouth, man. They said, if you want to be a successful podcaster, you're going to have to get up here and do some police shit. No, you're not. No, you don't. Niggas just talk you into the shit that they like to do. And that's what I don't get right there. If that's the way you felt, that you got to do some police shit, why are y'all still trying to promote who telling or not? Why is this even a topic? I've been asking y'all this for some time now. You know what I'm talking about? If Lil Woody is a celebrity and motherfuckers ain't tripping on him, why does it make any difference if Big Meech is telling? Or Jake Prince, like y'all always trying to put a jacket on a real nigga name. Why does it matter if anybody telling? If snitching doesn't matter anymore, why are we always trying to promote who's snitching? Y'all don't see that shit? Y'all can't read through the lines? If the streets is dead, why is we always talking about the streets? Y'all don't see the fuckery fluff? If the streets is dead, why are we always talking about them? Huh? Gas brake dip down the strip. You know what I'm talking about? Where is the bitch, man? Why are we always talking about it? The streets is dead. The code is dead. If that's what we promoting, why are we always talking about the streets if all that shit dead? Why are we even trying to put that thought in people's head if it's dead? So I guess the streets is dead and the computer is the new way. Y'all niggas something straight out of comic book, bro. Nah, you niggas man is dead. That's what's dead. The man you was born with inside you is dead. That's what's dead. And I wouldn't give a fuck what was dead. You know what I'm talking about? Or not. I'm gonna rock the way I rock, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And that's all anybody ever had to do. I don't know how we measure the game from what's dead and what's not. How do you measure the game in you with what everybody else is doing? That's what I don't get. You know what I'm talking about? Because when you like that, you'll start following in behind niggas. So now the game is dead, so the next new thing is to get up here and gossip like a bitch. So we steadily following people. Y'all something straight out of comic book, bro. Y'all don't do nothing but confuse the people. That's what you do. And you confuse the people. You confuse the people with your mouth and your actions. That's what you do. You confuse the people with your mouth and your motherfucking actions. Because y'all saying one thing, doing another thing. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all saying one thing, doing another thing. That's how you confuse the people with your mouth and your actions. See, because you're sitting up here talking to Goodwin about all the county, the county jailhouse phase we won. We sitting up here talking about all the people we shot. We sitting up here about all the times we done went to the feds and shit. This is what we saying out of mouth. You know what I'm talking about? This is what we showing the people. You know what I'm talking about? We got street cred. You get what I'm saying? But I'm the one up here giving you my opinion on the rolling 60s, something straight out of comic book, bro. You confuse the people with your words and your actions, man. Because on one note, we trying to sit here and we acting like somehow I just don't understand that. I just don't ever understand that part right there, man. We promoting the gossip and shit. So while you doing that, bro, yeah, while you sitting here talking and shit and playing, doing all that shit you doing, man, you promoting that shit with your actions because you involved in it. We trying to say shit like, man, I don't know why motherfuckers getting mad at me because you spoke on that shit. That's why they mad at you, because you spoke on that shit and you didn't have to. I don't know why motherfuckers mad at me because you spoke on some shit you didn't have to. But you gonna sit up here and try to justify the reason you spoke on it. You gonna say the reason you spoke on it is because everybody else said something about it. And in order for them to be mad at you, they gotta be mad at everybody else too. No, they don't, bro. No, they don't. They mad at you because you spoke on it. And we act like we don't understand that. And we come up here and try another rationalization, and we try some more bullshit to put a guilt trip on somebody about what they mad about. You ain't got no right to be. Yes, they do, bro. They mad at you because they came across a video you talking about their business. That's why they mad at you. But you gonna try to shift blame like the hoe. Telling this shit, trying to explain how everybody else talking about it, but they got mad at you. Gas break dip. We play too much. Then you gonna come out here like a little bitch. Instead of just being accountable for you needing to shut your mouth and stop talking about people's business. That's why they mad at you, because they came across a video of you talking about it. But instead of you checking yourself, no, you gonna do like the bitch does. They come out here with a deflection, a rebuttal. I don't know why motherfuckers mad at me. Everybody talking about it. It's on the internet, so for you to be mad at me, it don't matter about all that shit. They mad at you because they came across you talking about their business. That's why they mad. You know what I'm talking about? But instead of you taking accountability, you know what I'm talking about? Like, man, you know what? Maybe I just need to cut this shit out. Let this shit go. Nah, you gonna do like the bitch, bro. You gonna come up here with a rebuttal. Tired of telling this shit. Then you gonna go into an explanation of there's no reason for them to be mad at you when everybody's talking about it. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas something straight out of the comic book, man. Tired of telling in itself right there, man. Now you trying to point out to the person that's mad at you how other many people talking about it, and you should just be just as mad as them. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't come across them videos though, bro. They came across your video. Now you done told them to go look at the other ones. You done told on everybody else that's talking about them, trying to get up out of what you said. We play too much, bruh. And to keep it real, we just all out here acting like big ass kids. And now we act like we don't want to stop playing because we done got so used to playing. We done got so used to getting money from playing. Nigga, something straight out of the comic book, bruh. And motherfuckers who really came from the streets and shit and really know how quick that shit can turn to something else, you would think y'all would have more of a consideration about doing that shit. Nigga, something straight out of comic book. Is what I'll tell you. You know what I'm talking about? Straight out of comic book. But we gonna sit and play with it and continue to play with it. Yeah, we're gonna sit here and continue to play with it. We're gonna still and I'm gonna tell you what's so alarming and troubling. They're gonna say, bro, what's so alarming and troubling? How now I keep on telling you, somebody just lost their life, what was it, last Sunday? And so many people use their tragedy for views at the time, right? Still using them. So many people use their tragedy for views at the time, right? So many people then reposted their shit and all that shit, right? So many people posted that shit and used their own captions or something like, see y'all, this is why, on a post or something, y'all, this is why everybody just needs to stop. Y'all see what happened and won't, you know how many people posted that and the next day went right on to antagonizing people and shit? And this is why I tell you we play too much. We'll just use anything for a view. We don't care what really happened. We'll just say anything to look like we care. You know how many posts of people I done seen like, and this is why motherfuckers need to just leave people alone on the internet, and then you won't leave people alone on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? You know how many posts I done seen where people was acting like this is a wake-up call, and the next day they doing the same shit. And this is why I tell you, people don't really care about that shit. They would just use your situation for their views. Because when the shit first happened, we all posted shit like we was concerned, and this is why shit needs to stop and all that. And then the next day later, a few days later, bro, we right into the same shit. Still fucking with people. Still, nigga, something straight out of comic book, bro. Y'all big ass kids on some real shit. And in real life, that's why your life the way it is. That's why it's hard to find somebody to take you serious. That's why you probably ain't got nothing but some kids. On some real shit. Nigga and bitch. That's why it's hard to find, that's why it's hard for you to get further. That's why it's hard for you to find a peace inside your head. That's why it's just hard. That's why nobody takes you serious. It's because the way you think. It's because the way you is. The boxing team You know what I'm talking about? The boxing team just hopped out the van looking like the old school Mr. T. They jumped out of there looking like the old school Mr. T cartoon. The little nephews. They say USA, man. They say USA boxing, man. That might be the Olympic team, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? The little nephews. They say USA boxing, nigga. That motherfucker right there was tight. I don't know what the fuck that was. Firebird. Nigga, they say the USA team, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? All the little nephews. Sucker solid, man. I say, bruh, what I'm finna do right now is, you know what I'm talking about? I'm finna get off this motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about? Gas brake dip like this, nigga, you know what I'm talking about? You know, I'm finna get off this motherfucker and come right on back. You feel me? Gas brake dip, don't you forget. Finna get off this motherfucker and come right on back. You know what I'm talking about? But sucker solid. And if you keep it real with yourself, you'll tell yourself that's exactly what you're doing. You don't even care what's real and shit no more. You just trying to make some money. So you just trying to cause any kind of headline that's gonna get you some traction, because that's all you concerned with now. Sucker solid. And most of the headlines that's gonna get you some traction and some sucker shit. So you don't even care how you playing the game no more. You just trying to play the computer. That's what you done told yourself. That's what you done told yourself, but what you really doing is screwing the perception of the people. That's what you really doing. You screwing the perception of the people. So you up there got hoe ass shit looking like it's cool, and because you doing it, you done gave somebody else confidence to get up there and do some of that whole shit just like you up there doing. You know what I'm talking about? That's all you done done. It's like you vouching for hoe shit. That's what you doing. You know what I'm talking about? You can say whatever you want to, nigga. Hoe shit is what hoe shit does. And right now, what you doing is vouching for hoe shit. You showing everybody else it's cool to do. You know what I'm talking about? That's all you niggas doing. That's why they keep giving you, getting you niggas that's supposed to have a little name in the street or some shit like that. Supposed to have some kind of street reputation. That's why they keep putting you niggas in front of the people. That's why they keep letting you niggas holler out these gangs in front of the people, nigga. So the people can see that shit cool. Cause y'all supposed to be the representation of some kind of gangs or something. So if the world see gang members up there acting like kids doing dumbass shit, gossiping and shit, it's okay then. Something straight out of comic book, bruh. And just peep how they do that. Just notice how they do that, bruh. Man, they got my nigga in a harness, nigga. Nigga, they got my nigga in a harness, nigga. What the fuck was that? But just notice how they keep doing that shit, nigga. This is what I want you to do. You know what I'm talking about? You say what? You say, yo, what's good, my G? Just chiming in, OG. Happy Father's Day from a real to another. Salute. Hey, salute, man. Thank you, my brother. Happy Father's Day to yourself, too, man. Thank you for stopping through this motherfucker, man. I'm finna, in a minute, I'm finna get off and come right back in a few minutes about, you feel me? But just people how they do that, bro. And that's how we got a concoction of just the way we is today, bro. They sitting up there, a person that's trying to point out that somebody's the police while they're doing police shit. It's like you trying to point out somebody that's telling while you're telling, bro. Pointing out somehow somebody else told. A lot of times end up, what's wrong, bro? Don't you see me getting over? Don't you see me getting over, nigga? Yeah, most of the time, this is how you make yourself a snitch, trying to point out what somebody else doing. That's why you just don't do that, bro. You just let them do this shit. You done pointed out somebody else telling them. While you doing that, you done told yourself. You get what I'm saying? It's like y'all be trying to, like you do a video, you say, bet that. Oh, I know what you meant. It's like, nigga, you sitting there and you pointing out that this nigga told, bruh, but by you pointing out the nigga told, you tell it. Cause y'all love coming up here giving the police ideas and shit. Y'all love coming up here pointing out crimes. And we done got so good at doing that shit, bruh, that you don't realize you doing police shit, nigga. You sitting up here now, you gotta say, you see this shit right here, this nigga talking about this nigga, but this nigga right here, he breaking the entry. And if the police wanted to charge him with that, nigga, you pointing out crimes and telling the police what they could charge somebody with. That's telling. But we done got so used to doing that shit, bruh. You trying to point somebody else how they be in the police while you be in the police pointing them out, bruh. All this shit is police shit. You pointing out in your video what a motherfucker could have got arrested for and shit. We reiterating the crime, nigga. Gas, brake, dip, and don't you forget. You know what I'm talking about? And all of it is just fuck behavior, nigga. And that's how we get into the fuck behavior, nigga. Because we just won't give it a rest. We just won't give it a rest. You see a lot of motherfuckers doing that, just don't, man. Sucker solid, folks. Just in the last motherfucking just the moral to this motherfucking story. Sucker solid Saturday, man. Where basically, nigga, that's what happened to the rural, bruh. Y'all came up here trying to keep it solid with the suckers, bruh. Y'all talking about the people, bruh. Once again, I'm gonna ask you what people is you talking about? What people are you trying to keep it real with? Are you trying to keep it real with the people? Or are you trying to keep it real with the people? You know what I'm talking about? But in a drastic claim for you to be famous, what you have done is you came out here, man. Yeah, what you have done, man, you came out here, man. And when you came out here, man, you just want to talk about the shit that's gonna get you the ratings, and then you let everybody play with you like that and shit. You know what I'm talking about? You let everybody tease you in your face talking about how they going up, gossiping and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Now you done had your channel all these years and you tired of being passed up by these newcomers. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas something straight out of the comic book, bruh. You want to be famous for mess? You keeping it solid with suckers, bruh. You up here like you a real nigga or something, and y'all be killing me when y'all be representing the ism, gossiping. Yeah, y'all be killing me with that one, bruh. Y'all done turned the pimp into the bitch. Y'all done turned the pimping into the hoe. You know what I'm talking about? Now the pimping want to come up here and gossip and shit and tell you what's going on. Y'all weird, bruh. A lot of shit just ain't to be televised, bruh. Out of all the shit you could do, with your channel, bruh, you don't have no desire but to throw your hat in the ring, bruh. You up here looking for ratings, bruh. This is what you up here looking for, ratings. I told you how to get the most ratings you ever gonna get, nigga. Go fire on Vlad TV or Adam 22. You'll go the most viral you'll ever do, bruh. You'll do numbers if you just go hit one of them white people on top of their head, bruh. I'm calling all cars. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all looking for some ratings, bruh? Go hit one of them white people on top of their head. Crazy ass nigga, I don't promote no violence, man. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga almost ran to the other people trying to squeeze. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no violence, bruh. You looking for ratings, bruh? You gonna get the most ratings that you ever gonna get, bruh. If you hit one of them on top of their head. I don't promote no violence. You gonna break the internet. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna break the internet, bruh. You gonna break the internet. You gonna be perceived that you was standing on business. They gonna look at it like you took one for the people. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna get all the good pub. It's only gonna be the whole ass police motherfuckers talking about that's just senseless. Gas break dip. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That's all you gotta do, bro. You want to break the internet, hit one of them white people in their mouth, man. Vlad TV, Adam 22. Yeah, gas break dip. You know what I'm talking about? Not no skip, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Not the fake wrestling and all that shit, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the real one-hitter quitter. God damn, man. They say, why you fuck with it like that, nigga? Because if you don't, ain't nobody else is, nigga. Yeah, I ain't talking about the skit, the felonious wrestling match and shit. All the fake nutties and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about the real old school one-hitter quitter, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know, the hoes being hella disrespectful. They just done cornered her and her black man all over him. You know what I'm talking about? The white bitch just sitting there laughing like she with that shit. They been trying to get out through people's face. You know what I'm talking about? They done basically made them take a picture. I told y'all them Las Vegas, they don't be having nothing but the knock Las Vegas girls and shit, bro. So whatever the Las Vegas girls, whatever race they is, it's a good chance they out here off that dope. You know what I'm talking about? Because it seems like they don't hire nothing but knocks for them costume positions. You know what I'm talking about? And a lot of times they be real, and I'm talking about real overzealous, man. I'm always telling y'all how them people is real disrespectful, just grabbing on people and shit. Gas break dip and don't you forget. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah. But bruh's finna get on up out of here and double right back, man. I see you in a minute, man. You know what I'm talking about? Until we meet again. Like, yeah.